I'm back.
Hey, that's cool.
Gonna share it.
Okay. I'm going to... I'm just going to take myself... Yeah. Oh my god. Okay, we're gonna try it one more time. I mean, we're gonna try it a few more times if it breaks down. But
Yo.
Yo.
Hello.
Okay.
Hey MZ. How's it going?
Yeah, how's it going? That's what I was thinking. Yeah. I'm alright.
Oh, that's cool. So I'm gonna post this. Thanks for joining in. Our YouTube is this. YouTube keeps on breaking.
Yeah. I've been here from the start, like before you even like.
Oh yeah.
Video.
Sweet.
Yeah, we're having some pretty fucking terrible technical difficulties right now. But I think it's going to work. It's gonna be amazing.
Just chopping a mix.
Xander, can you send me the thumbnail via WhatsApp?
Yeah, I can. I just need to edit this Patreon thing quickly.
Okay.
Obviously,
Jesus, my friends just trolled me. They gave me some Oreo cookies with toothpaste on them.
What?
It was, yeah, and it was fucking gross.
That does sound really gross.
It was, and it still is. I got the taste in my mouth.
Toothpaste and pretty much anything doesn't pair very well.
Yeah.
Not, especially citrus fruits.
Yeah, citrus fruits is just the worst. Apples also. Apples and toothpaste is just or gummies or stuff like that. Oh jeez, that was. Oh, I need to smoke a cigarette. Get that bad taste out of my mouth.
I don't think it's looking right.
Okay, can anyone let me know?
What's up?
Okay, did I send you the new link?
No.
God, so many links up there now. Okay.
Right. We're live.
Wait, is that live? Yeah.
Oh, so but
I'm
you didn't went live on the on your main channel?
No, I am live now.
Yeah, but not on your main channel.
Oh no, I never go live on my main channel. No, I do this because I always get issues with like copyright takedowns and stuff. So I end up just not wanting to risk anything on my main channel because it's like, you know, it's kind of my job, and yeah, they can be really weird with what they can do to your channel. Whereas this is just my personal channel.
Okay.
So the only thing that we haven't got now is the chat.
No, the chat is. I mean, it's the chat from the Node stream, I think.
Yeah, it is. So I just quickly edit that, and then we can try again. Oh my God! Why did you?
Yeah.
You're a YouTube specialist then. What the hell? What the hell is this?
YouTube just sucks. I can tell you that. YouTube is just fucked up in so many ways, especially in live streaming, because it's a new thing for YouTube, and they also just setting things up with this YouTube studio thing. Live streaming is its own thing. Everything is just separate, and it does interfere a lot with each other because they all so got the old systems running. All these old systems from YouTube and stuff like that are, I think, currently still running. Like the old YouTube Studio, the old live streaming thing. That's the reason you can choose it when you go live. Oh, I can use the old one. And I think that is just making things fucked up as hell. But I'm no YouTube worker. I'm not working for that company, and it's just, I think, just guesses.
Yeah. Well, anyway, for some reason, YouTube has not been our friend recently. And I think it was Job Powell that said last week that it's got something to do with having it as an unlisted stream, that says something about the unlistedness of it, that plays havoc with Restream. I don't know. People more cleverer than I would know. Why is Emily hiding? That's a really good question, Indigo Sunshine.
Why is Emily hiding? What are you doing there?
She's eating a pizza. A massive pizza all to herself, and she's got special condiments and everything.
Oh man, I'm jealous. Now I'm hungry. Great.
We had pizza, didn't we?
Oh yeah, we had pizza when we were with you in Berlin.
Yeah.
Okay, so oh my god, I can't believe how bad this is. I'm really sorry, Patreon people. This is obviously not what I would have liked. I remember last stream it kicked us off a few times as well. I don't know if it's Restream. I don't know if it's YouTube. YouTube wouldn't even work when I tried to do it directly this time. But yeah, we're back, and
I think that's the Restream.
What's that?
I think it's the Restream, eh?
Yeah, but I tried YouTube on its own today, MZ. So
Oh yeah, okay. So you recorded it then.
Yeah, MZ's in the Discord chat as well. So yeah, so as MZ's correctly demonstrated, if anyone at any point in this live stream wants to ask a question about how to use the RC505 or where do babies come from or anything like that, then
we don't talk about such things on this channel.
Well,
it's a general
set it on not for kids, so
yeah, we did. That's true. So kids will not know where they come from. It's a big secret. You can't tell kids that stuff.
Tell them.
Yeah.
No.
They're not to know.
Traumatized.
It's a big cover up.
Believe me.
You can't tell kids that. All right then, people. So I am just going to is Jethro still around? Yo. Jethro's words are there.
Yo.
That's what hip hop people say. They say yo.
Yo.
You got 2 pizzas. Oh my god.
And also it's like this It's like I think the main catchphrase of hip hop is
Can see why you're such a good beatboxer, man. You've got some good bass in your voice. So King of Vocals is here, and I'm going to play one of his tunes.
Who is having a baby?
Yeah, he is having a baby. That's all.
Having a baby.
Jethro is.
Jethro, having
Yeah.
a baby.
Yeah, congratulations to Jethro on his production of a child. That's definitely. I mean, Jethro is a very productive person, though.
Congrats, man.
Yeah.
Welcome to the club.
But I think this kind of crowns it. Welcome to the club. You haven't got any kids, have you? You're like, what, 24 or something? Huh?
I'm having one.
You're having a kid?
Yeah.
What?
I'm getting a daughter in August.
We have to come visit.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
definitely. You definitely
That's
have to.
insane.
Seriously?
With the lady, a bit of an awkward question, but with the lady that we met before.
Yeah.
Oh
The lady that you met.
really? Oh, that's lovely. It'd be a bit awkward if it
Thank
was
you,
not.
guys.
Wow, that's amazing, man. Seriously. Oh, wow. Jesus. Everyone's having a baby these days.
Yeah, I think it's time for babies now.
Wow, it's the time. Well, we've got to train the next generation into how to revolt against this tyrannical government.
Yeah.
So, wow. Okay, cool. Lots of babies. Man, that's so cool.
And we've got some news as well.
Yeah, we do.
Oh.
We've got 2 extra large pizzas.
Oh.
Congratulations to us.
Damn. How do you call them? You got names?
What do you call them?
What should you name your food baby?
Mario and Luigi, I think.
Mario and Luigi. Isn't that a little bit racist?
What? Racist.
Yeah, Xander's all about the racism.
Yeah, I'm a hotbed of right-wing activity. Alex Udall is saying, I want a slice of that action. Oh, Alex Udall is
A slice of that pizza.
he is slice of that action. I think he means the pizza. Hopefully not the baby. Otherwise, you don't want to be eating sliced babies. Big Job. Oh, Big Job. I call him Big Job. Job Powell. Big love, peeps. Sorry I'm late. Just got back from my land, mate. You haven't missed anything. Really,
you haven't missed anything.
It's
the perfect time.
I have missed you and your technical wizardry. Job Powell, can you confirm, please? Have you managed to ascertain whether Restream has an issue if you're using an unlisted stream?
Silence.
There you have the awkward silence we talked about.
Silence fell apart.
I tell you, there's so many of them. I literally revel in awkward silences. I just let them really just go on just until that moment of pure pain.
Yeah.
Joshua Rector is saying what happened. Well, YouTube happened, Joshua.
Yeah,
I'm afraid.
yeah.
I'm afraid.
I didn't sacrifice my my old hard drive to the gods a couple of days ago. So they banned me from coming into the pearly gates. Yeah, no, we're on a different. We've had 3 different restarts. Well, let's just hope that this one stays. I've set this stream now to public. So I think having unlisted YouTube streams just doesn't work with Restream. So yeah, feel free to get any of the shit munchers in as long as with your VIPs. So Judd Powell, I've done some testing. It shut my stream down a couple of times but worked for hours on others. All right, okay, cool. Well, all I need you to tell me really is it's not me and my personal failings, and then I'm happy. Indigo is saying that he missed some great gags. Yeah, that's. I think it might be. Yeah, I think it might be a bit comedy stream with the loot.
I might come in at any point, just randomly.
Yeah. All right. MZ occasionally invades. MZ, is there any chance you could use headphones, because I'm hearing my voice going into your computer, coming back into your microphone? If that's all right. If you're going to talk, but only when you're talking, obviously.
It's like a 10-second delay. I feel I get confused. So it's I gotta try and listen to what you're saying live on the phone. I want to talk.
Well, it's good. You just come in whenever you feel like it. It's awesome. You just come in and just shake things up. When everything gets a bit boring, then just come in and say something really weird or something. Let's see. Karando 3000. What's up, people? All right, Karando 3000. Judd Powell is doing more blaming of Restream. That's good. Yeah, down with Restream. No, I have used it fairly well before. Santa for me is in the house, people. Sup, guys? All right. So how are we going to listen to this track then, Jethro? I'm going to go to my Dropbox. I think you put it in there, didn't you? So how's everyone's weeks been, eh? Any news to report? Anyone else had a baby? or is having a baby.
Still can't believe Friidon's having a baby.
Yeah. Jub Powell is rolling up some basil. Oh, I see. Well, that breaks from tradition, doesn't it?
I need a bit of basil on it.
Yeah, we've got loads of basil and oregano. So don't out basil me, man. I dropped you too. Okay.
All those herbs, yes.
Always herbs. You guys are always on the herbs.
Always on the basil.
Spices.
Okay, I found it.
Herbs and spices.
Okay, I got some double hearing.
Yeah, MZ, the whole double thing is going on.
Yeah, it's pretty fucking distracting. So yeah, I think push to talk should be an option.
Oh yeah, but it's only when she talks though. When she's not when it. So maybe if you could hear it with headphones, then we won't hear it. But I can't find
definitely.
it. Track 1. Oh yeah, here we go. Okay, you guys ready for this?
Hell yeah!
Are you ready to hear some King of Vocals, Jethro, Eli? Can you remind me how? I've only seen it written down. Jethro Eli or Jethro Eli? I want to be able to say that properly. Okay, so we Jethro's just cry laughing. All right. Okay, so we're gonna do Up and Arise. I feel like that's the moment with all that's going on in the world. Oh my God, I don't even want to get into it on stream about how crazy what's happening in the US is right now. But
Good things happen too.
are there?
From it, yeah.
Well, I guess so. People are having a conversation.
That's what
Okay, here we go. This is King of Vocals, Up and Arise, Part 2, the Scat Mix. That's Matty Scat, I believe, his producer.
Yes, sir. Yo. We're gonna break it down a little something like this.
Oh God, no.
Now welcome back. It's part 2. The ohms are back. With the vocals. Now you know who it is. You know who we are. I come from outer space, a fucking superstar. So I'm hit it with the rhythm. I hit them and kill them, put them in a vision with the words I've written. Make a decision, I'm here to spit the venom. Traveling around the world like 007. There it is. Man, I'm here to spread the joy and the positivity. And Mother Earth is love and the air that we breathe. So come on everybody, can you sing it with me? We're singing, yeah man, up and arise. Now meditate your mind with the vibe of the sunshine. Levitate your life with the vibe of the moonlight. There's no better feeling when the energy is just right. Okay, and now I feel the smile upon your face. If I'm giving it to the mic, then I am always feeling great. And I ain't ever stopping till my soul has left this beautiful place. It's a musical taste that let's say I am always blessed for the way that I taste. And I am always grateful for the food upon my plate. And I am always lucky for the music that we make. That just say as we praise and give.
Yeah, man, we never had enough. Keep on going strong even when life is tough. And never stop jamming till you fill up your lungs. Wake up in the morning, up and rise with the sun. Yeah, man, we never had enough. Keep on going strong even when life is tough. And never stop jamming till you fill up your lungs. Wake up in the morning, up and rise with the sun.
Now I'm awake, I'm feeling fine, I'm feeling great. Up and arise, part 2, the kings are here to stay. Feel the vibe to expand your mind, feed the life, take you to a higher place, divine state to make a brighter light. Start to levitate, elevate off the vibe, we initiate. This beat will make your body shake, no need to complicate your life. It's the simple things that help you when you're going through the tough times that make you wanna cry. Mind explode, don't know where to go, just know the kings and the ohms are here to enlighten your soul. Feel the love tighten its hold, inspire hearts of gold, young to old, black, white, every color in biometric compass lead you to the light, and our rides will greet you on the other side, up and a rise out the dark life, because the future's bright.
Yeah, man, we never had enough. Keep on going strong even when life is tough, and never stop jamming till you fill up your lungs. Wake up in the morning, up and rise with the sun. Yeah, man, we never had enough. Keep on going strong even when life is tough, and never stop jamming till you fill up your lungs. Wake up in the morning, up and rise with the sun.
Sit back, let your mind relax. Living in the fast lane, body ready to collapse. Get your head strong, nothing worse than counting your wrongs. Meanwhile, deciding on where you belong. Going fishing, I'm the fish just jumping and swimming away. Your life should be a journey, getting sweeter every day. No complain on how the city's taking your name away. Man up, be strong as only the tough will remain. Becoming one with the sun,
Our bodies rise to become
a vessel to remain.
as the higher one.
Indigo, nation to remain. Becoming one with the sun, our bodies rise to become a vessel to remain.
As the higher one. Reflection.
Oh shit.
So,
What's up?
Oh no shit. I was streaming it through my microphone.
so,
What's up?
Oh no shit. I was streaming it through my microphone.
so,
What's up?
Oh no shit. I was streaming it through.
Never stop jamming till you fill up your lungs. Wake up in the morning, up and rise with the sun. Yeah, man, we never had enough. Keep on going strong even when life is tough. Never stop jamming till you fill up your lungs. Wake up in the morning, up and rise with the sun.
That was banging. I just streamed it through my microphone because it's not picking up my audio on this one. Sorry about that, guys. So I'm not doing Jethro a service here. That was.
You need to put it on the speaker.
Yeah, it probably sounded. Let's just have a
That was
quick.
great.
Let's have a quick reload.
It sounded okay. It sounded okay.
Yeah,
It
but
wasn't that bad.
it's coming through the speakers going into my microphone.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to quickly do that again through here. Hopefully, let's just have a bit at the beginning. Let's hope that this plays.
Yes, sir.
That's better, isn't it?
Yeah. We're gonna break it down a little something like this. Yeah. Now welcome back.
Yeah, we
It's
did.
part 2. The ohms are back. With the vocals, now you know who it is, you know who we are. I come from outer space, a fucking superstar. So I'm hit it with the rhythm, I hit them and kill them, put them in a vision with the words I've written. Make a decision, I'm here to spit the venom, traveling around the world like 007. There it is, man, I'm here to spread the joy and the positivity. A Mother Earth is love and the air that we breathe. So come on everybody, can you sing it with me? We're singing, yeah man, up and arise. Now meditate your mind with the vibe of the sunshine. Levitate your life with the vibe of the moonlight. There's no better feeling when the energy is just right. Okay, and now I feel the smiles upon your face. If I'm giving it to the mic, then I am always feeling great. And I ain't never stopping till my soul has left this beautiful place. It's a musical taste, now let's say I am always blessed for the weed that I taste. And I am always grateful for the food upon my plate. And I am always lucky for the music that we make. Now just say, as we pray, sing it.
Yeah, man, we never had enough. Keep on going strong even when life gets tough. And never stop jamming till you fill up your lungs. Wake up in the morning, up and rise with the sun. Yeah, man, we never had enough. Keep on going strong even when life gets tough. And never stop jamming till you fill up your lungs.
yeah,
Wake up in the morning, up and rise with the sun.
Now I'm awake, I'm feeling fine, I'm feeling great. Up and a rise, part 2, the kings are here to stay. Feel the vibe to expand your mind, feel alive, take you to a higher place, divine state to make a brighter life.
Alright.
Start to levitate, elevate off the vibe, we initiate. This beat will make your body shake, no need to complicate your life. It's the simple things that help you when you're going through the tough times that make you wanna cry. Mind explode, don't know where to go.
Wow, that's wicked, man. So wicked. I'm gonna play a bit of the other one as well, if that's all right. I've finally got the audio sorted out. Sorry about that, guys. This one is called The Light, and again by our very own Jethro L.E.
Yeah, brother.
Yeah. My stag horn stand tall since the day I was born. I'm at the rainbow where the particle like a leprechaun. Man, I swarm with the force of a killer bee. Heal the scars to my heart like I'm Wolverine. Man, I ain't going back, yo, I'm always going forward. Feel the bass kicking like Tyrannosaurus. Yeah, wait for the chorus, hotter than your soreness. Always watching over like the eye of Horus. Yeah, man, he's back again. You about to feel the wrath of a titan. I'm biting the mic like a vampire killer. Punchlines hitting harder than vanilla in Manila. I'm iller than anybody on the scene right now. Spread my wings, watch me fly through the sky now. So bow down to a king. I'm taking down my enemy like Muhammad Ali. Now who's back? Who's back? Who's back? Jethro Lie is the man on attack. If you don't know my name, then get it in your brain. Cause I'm about to take over this whole fucking game. Who's back? Who's back? Who's back? Jethro Lie is the man on attack. If you don't know my name, then get it in your brain. Cause I'm about to take over. Now step into my rhymes and you will find my conscious mind is so sublime. I'm so high, I'm literally the highest that I've ever been. And I'm flying through the sky with my dragon queen. I blow smoke rings around everyone. Got the sword bigger than Conan the Barbarian. Cutting through this game like a Caesarean. I was writing my rhymes before you could even run. Now in the galaxy far, far away you find me with Buddha Kush. As we start to meditate, it tastes great. As I can't feel my face, maybe it's the trees, roots, I'm out of space. Yeah, now you're messing with the sinner, winner, killer in the winter. Training turtles through the summer like my name was Master Splinter. Yeah, feeling the killing, the mean, the dreaming, cinnamon in the healing, slipping, spitting, tail we're kicking, and we're screaming. Who's back? Who's back? Jethro Lie is the man on attack. If you don't know my name, then get it in your brain. Cause I'm about to take over this whole fucking game. Who's back? Who's back? Who's back? Jethro Lie is the man on attack. If you don't know my name, then get it in your brain. Cause I'm about to take over. I've been swimming with the demons, but when we're back to the track, yo, I'm breathing. I'm just gonna end it there.
Wow, that was so cool, man.
That was amazing.
Mate, yeah, you've killed it. You've killed it, dude. That's incredible production, really on point lyrics, and great sound in general. Yeah, I'm a fan. Yeah, Friidon, you were feeling it as well, right?
Is it going to be on Spotify? Because I need to have that shit in my playlists.
Yeah, I agree. Is it going to be on Spotify, Jethro?
And when? Hype us up, please.
Yeah, we want a release date.
We want release date.
My people are going to call your people, and we're going to find out what's happening.
Yeah, my people calling you people on me something.
I'm clenching the deal now. Right, so that's awesome. Thank you so much, Jethro, for allowing us to preview your tracks.
That was amazing. Thank you.
Yeah, and it's like no one in the world has heard that apart from us and his producer. Yes. So I assume your girlfriend has, right? Or is she? You know, sometimes girlfriends like have a different approach to your music, aren't they? They're a bit like, oh, that's cool, that thing that you do. Don't really understand it, but I quite.
About me.
No, you're not one of you're not that kind of girlfriend. It's true. Yeah. It's quite nice sometimes if, like, you know, cause if people are sort of like, you know, if you're an artist and people are like, oh my god, you're so great, and then you know the people at home are a bit like, yeah, it's all right, or like You know what I mean? And then like, you know, my mate Pete, who's often on this stream as well. I kind of walked off a gig one time, and I was like, "Whoa, how did that go?" I think I was super stoned, and you know, I thought it sounded really great, and he was like, "Yeah, it's a bit loose." It's a bit loose.
But you know it. You criticize yourself the most, so
yeah,
you are your biggest critic.
Indeed, I hope so. I hope I don't meet somebody that criticizes myself more than me. that would be really hard. I do enough of the self-bashing myself, I think. But yeah, I think we all do as artists at times. In fact, this week I have been a little bit like uninspired. I think I've been trying to listen to other music. I think it's partly like working in this room. It's like got no windows at all, and it's like dark all day. And my skin is looking more like I'm some character in Resident Evil or something. It's pretty crazy. Yeah, she a bit like that. Maybe you should
produce your tracks in the forest.
I know, I should. I mean, I got a van, but of course we can't really go anywhere at the moment. But yeah, how's the lockdown in Germany? Is there still a lockdown, or is it completely gone?
We're currently actually softening it a little bit. We got a lockdown, not in that you can't leave your house. You're allowed to leave your house, but you aren't allowed to have like group meetings, or you need to wear masks when going shopping, stuff like that. It just didn't hit us that hard. We were pretty well prepared. But the thing is, there's a second wave incoming, and I think if we loosen the restrictions that are going on right now any further, we are going to get into dangerous territory. But the thing is that you need to watch out for the psychological consequences that shit has on the people.
Agreed. It's kind of like a sort of at what cost kind of logic, isn't it? It's like, we're protecting certain things, but we're also we don't even really know what we're giving up at this stage. And I mean, in England, we have just gone pretty. I think we basically have all just understood it as the lockdown has ended, like the way that people are like just on the streets having parties, having barbecues everywhere, and it's partly because our political establishment is so corrupt that they're all doing that stuff as well. So everyone is just like, well, if they're doing it, then they can't really tell me not to do it. Peeps. So we're gonna get into this pretty shortly. Now I had a new Patreon this week called Jeff, and it hasn't come up on that recent tips pledges bit, but he's just joined, and he has joined just because he wants to see us Friidon mainly teach you guys how to loop and beatbox. So I think we should say a few things about firstly, who out there in the chat right now is looking to learn a little bit of looping and stuff. I know that Jethro does looping. I know that who is it also? Jeffrey Peters, just Jeff in the chat, but I don't think he's here yet, or if he's going to come this week. He's a free.
But anyway,
he can go where he likes.
His name's Jeff.
But his name's Jeff, and then there's a new Jeff as well. Who?
That's complicated.
Yeah, exactly.
Got Jeff, and there's the new Jeff, and then there's also Jeffrey.
There's Jeff, and then there's just Jeff. So there's like there's comprehensive Jeff, and there's simplified Jeff. He's not here to defend himself.
That's one way of introducing yourself. Hello, I'm Simplified Jeff. How can I help you?
MZ would always be interested in learning.
And MZ, you're going to learn as well. Great. Okay, so you've got have you don't have any sort of equipment at all? You're just sort of going to learn the the sort of theory and you know be watching what we do sort of thing?
I just don't have a loop station, but
Yeah, that's
my
okay.
dad's got a lot of like equipment, like
Okay.
touchpad and stuff. Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. All right. Well, a lot of the principles, I guess, will. I mean, at least the basic principles will apply.
Yes.
Yeah. So, and also the thing with King of Vocals, Jethro, is that he has got an RC300, which obviously a lot of the kind of effects and stuff and bits that you're doing are not going to apply to the RC300.
Yep.
Yeah.
The stuff that I got prepared is also heavily focused on the RC505. I mean, I know a little bit about the RC300. I know a little bit of how it works, and some effects are the same. Definitely, the input effects. I think the RC300 just has input effects.
Okay. Yep.
I think.
I had one for about a week and then took it back because it was just ridiculously heavy. I couldn't carry it around anywhere. So I noticed that there was some effects on it, but yeah, maybe you could say more about that at some point.
The effects should be the same and should also have the same parameters of setting it up. So I think it it
Cool.
should work, but yeah, it's heavily focused around the RC5. But I have also some tips for looping in general, because I started looping with just using a phone. So yeah.
Wow. Was that
experience.
was that Loopy HD? Like,
Yeah,
this is-
I did start with Loopy HD. Well, wouldn't you guess? Look what I got. Now
Oh my God.
princess- You got a pizza for me, right?
We need to get some.
Oh, this is mine. Oh, thank you.
You got a
Put
whole
olive-
pizza.
olives on that. I guess you hate me. No, okay.
Dude,
I'm
olives
sorry.
are the best. Olives are the best part. Look,
I know.
We got olives on us as well. Look at that.
Yeah,
Yours is bigger than ours. Oh well.
You got a bigger crust.
Oh yeah. Yours is one of those like fancy. I want to
yeah.
be gourmet sort of crusts. We've got stuffed crust.
I think it's Domino's.
Oh, no.
So.
Okay. Fair dues. Okay, so
it tastes.
So I was about to kind of get you all raring up for a performance, but while you eat that, I will just do a quick talk about what we're going to be doing. Well, I don't know what Friidon's doing, but I just wanted to say that there is a loop station here. No, there is a hardware update. It's called a firmware update. It's actually a software update, but it kind of goes onto the chip inside here. That's why it's called firmware. Anyway, too much detail. If you go to a certain website, which Friidon is going to provide, we'll add it to the description of this video, but you're going to want to install the V2 firmware. And that will allow you to do all these kind of functions that are super helpful, like being able to clear your tracks with a quick button push. Like I've got a track here, as you can see, and you know when you're like looping and you're like, oh, looping. Well, that sounds good, doesn't it? Then you want to clear it because you screwed something up, and you kind of have to like press it down and hold it for a couple of hours, it seems, in a performance. But if you just hit it with your fingers, double click, boom, it's gone. And that's a feature that comes with the V2 firmware, and pretty much all beatboxers that are using the RC505 has, if they're good and have got a good show, are generally using the V2. I would say there's Are there any purists who are like, no, I'm not going to go into the modern age. I like the settings the way they were before.
No, because the main reason for updating your loop station is not like the ability to delete your loops fast. Yeah, that's awesome. But the main reason you update your loop station is just because you can use multiple effects at once. That is the fucking killer feature, and that just opened up a whole new world. A whole new world of looping. So, that was just in my head right now. So,
M loves the Disney references.
I got more of that.
So
that's just a killer feature of it. You got some tiny things here and there that also have been updated, but the main reason you update is because you want to use multiple effects at once, and the way you set that up. And also, guys, if you want to look, because right now all loop stations manufactured after like 2015, I think, already got the version 2.0 update pre-installed. And there's also a new manual coming with the loop station explaining the update. So, but if you're not sure if your loop station got the update, just press your left arrow and right arrow key both at the same time and hold them for a few seconds. And then your loop station should show you your firmware. Mine doesn't right now, but it should, I think.
So which two buttons?
The left arrow and the right arrow together. It says on the manual. Left arrow button and right arrow button, and switch on the power. Oh, okay. So, okay.
So you have to turn it off and turn it on again, kind of thing.
Yeah. Try to turn it off and on. Please try to turn it off and on again. And then hold these two buttons. Then you get your version displayed here on the display of the RC505. So when it says version like 1.0, you got the old one. 2.0 is the new one.
Wicked. That's great. Okay, so Friidon, after he's just eaten a couple more slices of pizza, is going to do a performance for us. I'm really excited to see it because we were actually in Berlin last year when he just killed it at the Beatbox Championships in Germany. We were like super happy to be there, and
it was close. It was fucking close because you guys drove from like Vienna to Berlin the whole day, and you just arrived right on time to my performance. That was just...
Oh yeah.
So good.
I know. We literally just got to Berlin, like parked our van just like on the pavement and just walked in. It's so good.
I was just so nervous because you wrote me that you're on the way, and I was constantly. I was so annoying that day. I just texted you a lot. I was just like, oh, where are you? Oh, okay, you can make it. Oh, I think. I was so fucking nervous. I think I was more nervous in you watching than in battling.
What?
I was more scared.
Oh my God.
Of performing in front of you than performing in the battles.
I literally don't know like what any of you guys are doing on the RC505 these days. So yeah, I that's an honor. It was so great to see you. And then we also did a gig the next day, like a busking gig in Mauer Park in Berlin, and it was kind of a bit of a sort of comeback gig from the time that we got thwarted by that guy with the big speaker and the karaoke machine. And we just did this amazing gig, and everyone was just like, oh my God, I can't believe I'm here. And then we got broken up by and almost got into a fight with a bunch
and also your
with some what are they like b-boys break dancers. Do you remember that?
Jeez, that was so fucked up. It was like, oh no, it's our place, no, we were here first, no. And in the end we're just having fun together and just exchanging, but
yeah,
the way to that point was pretty hard.
Yeah,
I love breakdancing, but like breakdancers when they're busking can be the most territorial buskers ever.
And they all had their shirts off.
They literally think it's like the Crips and the Bloods or something, and it's like they're all sitting in their like corner. Yeah, this is ours. No, that's not how busking works. You play for a bit and then let someone else have a turn. It's just like the unwritten rule. But anyway, So Joshua Rector is asking a question. We use Boss Tone Studio with the 300. Does that have something like an app or software hardware?
I think not. I think the question you're implying is recording the loop station and having the PC notice every single every single track on the loop station. So I think there's sadly no app or something like that to just give the PC more information about the loop station, just making more out of that audio signal. But I think it's just not possible. I asked a lot of loopers on that topic, like MB14, Saro, like real big ones, if they have just like the secret app of producing with the loop station. Do you got some tips, stuff like that? And the basic consensus is don't produce loop station tracks with the loop station. Just do it in like FL Studio. Use the samples of the loop station, and just don't use the live recordings.
I would totally agree with that. The thing is, there is some added things. I was speaking to Dub FX a couple of years back when we played one gig together in Germany, and we both agreed that the 505 has this kind of weird like compression on it. Even when you turn the compression off completely,
yes,
it's still, if you compare the signal to, say, even something coming out the RC50, which was the first loop station that I used. Actually, that's not true. I used the RC20, but anyway, I used the RC50 for a long time. And yeah, the sound quality, it just artifacts a bit too much. And it's just better to use Ableton or FL Studio or whatever.
Or just Audacity or something like that. I use Audacity for all my stuff.
Oh, do you? Oh, that's really cool. Yeah, well, that's free at least as well.
Yeah.
All right then. So, how are you feeling about a performance then, mister?
Let me drink some water and you get your performance. Hell yeah.
All right. Well, I'm just dying to kind of break into that pizza when I don't have to talk to people. And any other questions right now from anyone before Friidon starts? We will obviously be going into the tutorial. But yeah, obviously I just wanted to show people what he does with it, and then we can just be like, whoa, what's that thing that you do when you do that and it goes a little weird like that? I like that. You know, that's kind of that's what I've been waiting to ask Friidon for a long time.
You're gonna have a lot to ask.
So people in the chat, you still there? Is YouTube still running? Is everything still good?
Still running. It's still awesome. I got it on my screen.
Cool. All right. I just wanted to make sure that this is all going to work while you're performing. All right. Let's see. I might have missed a few questions. Joshua is saying, I like to play didgeridoo and rhythmic looping beatbox. It's so amazing to know more. Yeah, I agree, Joshua. All right. I think that's okay. Okay. You're all here. Okay, good. Let's have some hype in the chat. Spam some things. Spam some emoticons. All right. It is with great pleasure and total ecstasy that I present the one and only 2 times German loop station champion that goes by the name of Friidon.
Thank you, MCX for introducing me. Here we go. Hey, and everybody feeling down, 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 down,
So warrior keys, I'm gonna take a beating. Kings on ninja, doing the ways of the beats. I'm breathing, doing the mix on and the beat. Been leaving, freaking man, say knock, I'm ready, gonna get that happy. We side of the bottom, man, and I'm a red cheat, and then bleeding. Watch his name, just gotta get locked in the ways of the laser.
Rest your hand on the floor. Get your feelings aside and think with your mind. You come in my room and I rest some more.
Oh my god. That was incredible, dude.
Loved it.
Thank you
That was
so much.
so cool. Oh my god. All right, keep going.
Thank you. All right, let's push it a little bit more.
I got something wrong there. Oof. Jeez. Thank you, guys.
Oh, mate, that track. Oh, seriously, that I remember when you first dropped that in. Well, I guess you dropped it in your battle as well, or was it just?
It wasn't a battle.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah, I remember when that happened in Mile Park. And everyone was just like, when you drop the bit that kind of you've built up all the vocals, and then you put the ring modulator or something on it.
It's not the ring modulator. It's actually the granular delay.
Oh, yeah.
The granular delay. Right. Okay. Well, we'll get into those questions in a bit. But I remember when you dropped that, and like the park was just like, what? What is he doing? Like, how is that? Wow. It's so good. It's so good.
It's also just the voice. It's just using the voice, so sticking to the roots.
I know, it's amazing. It's incredible. Yeah. So how do people feel? Should we have another track? I want another track.
I want another track.
Play another track, at least.
Okay. Here we go. The next track is called Like a Tribe. So give me the vibe. We wanna jump up and move like a tribe. So give me the vibe. We wanna jump up and move like a tribe.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Thanks.
Oh my God, dude. Wow. That's so good. Is that last one a new one or
that last one was actually the last track that I performed at the German Champs, but this is right now a very, very, I think worked on version, because at the German Champs I produced this track like 1 week ago, and right now I'm performing it for like half a year, and it's way more stable right now. At the German Champs I pretty much fucked it up.
and still won.
And still won. But we had that topic, huh? It's like, oh man, your gig was fine. Yes, it was okay.
Yeah, I know. That's always the case, though, isn't it? You come off and go, "Oh, I didn't activate the filter number A at the third drop," and no one else would have even really, probably even other beatboxers probably wouldn't even notice. So, yeah, sick man. I just kind of want at least. Can we? Do you mind doing another at least one or
another one?
Yeah,
sure, man. Sure.
I think everyone is absolutely out of their mind in awe right now. So I think we have to just keep it going a little bit longer.
Hell yeah, let's do that. Let's venture out into some psychedelic territories.
Ooh, yeah.
Wrong setting. There you go.
Oh my god, that was bloody amazing, mate. Oh, it's so good.
Thank you so much.
Can we all just make a lot of noise in the chat for? I know we're doing live audience here, but everyone in the chat is, I'm sure, making lots of noise and clapping in their homes. Wow, yeah. Just Jeff is saying, I don't have my RC505 with me right now. Sad face. This guy's giving me a wave of inspiration. Ha ha. Yeah. King of Vocals says, so many weird, trippy sounds. I love it. Yeah, we're going to come on to that. My God. Joshua Rector says, frozen in my face. Excellent. Zaki loved it. Zaki said it was sick. That Zaki is Peter Lindy's 8-year-old. I think he's 8, isn't he? So yeah, he makes dubstep actually as an 8-year-old. So he would have been really into all those kind of crazy, warpy, bassy sounds. Oh my God, that was so good, peeps. We're so lucky to have you here, man, and even luckier that we're I just cut to him what? Eating some pizza. That's great. This is what beatboxers look like after they play.
We got all the pizza.
Yeah, I at least ate my pizza in noble non-video silence. So people, What are we gonna ask? I've got so many questions, but I'm gonna probably start it off with you guys. If anyone has any questions right now off the bat for Friidon, then yeah, let's get to it. The Haiku 99 says, "I love you, Friidon. I want to make a baby with you."
Well, too late.
Yeah, Friidon's already got a baby incoming, I'm afraid. Haiku 99. Yeah, and Soline Gokine, is that how you say your name?
Sauline Gaukine. It's a German
Gaukine.
fella. It's a German fella.
Hey, German fella, we're happy to have you here. It's good. We've made this this stream public. It's normally a kind of unlisted thing, but we're having so many problems that we just put it public. So it's all good. So nice to see you guys here enjoying the stream. So Alex Oodle says, definitely saving up for RC505 after witnessing such an epic performance. Yeah, I mean, the difference between an RC505 and something like an RC50 or whatever is like, you know, a lot of that wouldn't be possible on other loop stations. All of the kind of effects that you have on it. I mean, obviously, it's incredible to actually learn how to use those effects and to be able to use them in a track to create all those drops and those build-ups. And you know, normally with looping, you kind of build a load of stuff up, and then it drops, and it's still the stuff that you've already been building up, which actually for modern kind of music is not really what often people do. It kind of sounds a bit boring, really, if you do that. And you know,
but you produce some fucking epic
I've done.
That's what I do.
That's what both of us do.
Hey?
No, but I mean modern, like, bass kind of orientated dance floor music. Don't you give me that face, Ember. Yeah, but that really, I think, for me, is like the real revolution in what's possible with the RC505 is that, you know, you drop it and then you tweak one effect and it takes all of those layers that you've created and it starts using them in a much more kind of surprising manner, which just kind of gets you. And when it drops to that thing of you having the kick and not many hi-hats or anything, but just the kind of weird granular delay and stuff like that, then it just sounds... I don't know, he's shouting something in German.
I'm sorry.
Did you just have to wait?
My buddy just wrote in the chat, the Heiko, do you like the pizza I got for you? You still have to pay for it.
Oh. I
just was like, I paid your fucking kebab, you bitch.
Oh, yeah, they have good kebabs in Germany.
Oh, yeah, we do.
Yeah, all right. So a kebab for a pizza, that's a fair trade, isn't it? Probably didn't really necessitate the amount of vitriol that you just unleashed on your poor flatmate.
I just bought you a kebab, for God's sake.
I bought you a kebab. I got that kebab on Friday. You remember that? Oh, right.
So we got a question in the chat already.
Okay.
So Indigo says, how did you make the goggle synth sound? And I think what you mean is this effect. This effect, I call it the psytrance space. What the fuck, whatever. It is a combination of multiple effects. First, you got to do a bass line, but with a delay. So no guitar to bass, no chorus. You're just using your panning delay on the loop station. And how you do that is you go into the loop station, go on the beat setting.
Friidon, just before you get into it, is there any way that we could see a bit closer on your loop station?
Sure.
Is that possible? So we can actually just see the settings, because some people will not see the stream, but they're going to look and play it later because of, you know, whatever, they're all in different time zones and stuff.
For sure.
So,
just let me adjust a little bit.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah.
So many cables. I told you, you're not allowed to see my floor.
That's good.
Oh, yeah, nice. Yeah, that's good. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you're not going to be able to see the LCD screen, but you know, you get the idea of where he's pressing. That looks beautiful. Oh my God.
All right, I think I can also adjust my settings a little bit to get you guys a good...
Ich kann das besser!
Somebody just moaned in the background. They like to troll.
He's got some trolls living with him, apparently.
I got friends. I think. So, okay. For some reason, this is just...
Oh, and also Just Jeff is here as well. Just Jeff has got a loop station. And I believe, Just Jeff, is it true that you have the RC505 as well? Which would actually be, you know, one of the only people in this chat that actually has a RC505. But oh no, but you don't have it with you. Okay, I think that's what you said before. Anyway. Oh, we're in dark mode.
Jesus fucking Christ, I'm so... there you have it.
Oh, there we go. That's good.
So, it's mirrored.
I mean... What's more important, the LCD screen or the buttons?
Yeah, the buttons. So, you got here, I have my panning delay. And what you guys are just seeing is the normal panning delay setting. And if you press I need to adjust the brightness. It's fucking...
That's a nice mole there, by the way.
Oh yeah, I know. Thank you. I train it a lot.
We could start. We can start mole mapping just on this live stream.
Oh.
And you can come on in a couple of years' time, and I'll see if it's grown or anything.
Oh, okay. What the fuck? Okay, so the way this works is your panning delay. A delay is basically an echo, and if you set the feedback of your delay to 100, it loops. There is a loop created, and what you then do is set your time, the time values, because you can adjust every single parameter of every effect if you press the right button when you're on the effect. So you press on B, you got the panning delay, press to the right side, there you got your settings for the delay, your time, your feedback, your E level, stuff like that. And I got currently my time to 20 milliseconds, so the delay is just 20 milliseconds long.
Is that delay, the 60 milliseconds, is that to do with like the tempo of the track? Do you set that because you know the tempo, or
no? It's 20 milliseconds, so the tempo of your loop doesn't affect it at all.
Okay.
And what you can now do is create notes with it by just using the time. When you set your time on a, let's say, parameter between 10 and 30 milliseconds, you can create notes. Let me show you that. Just make a bass when this button is pressed. So the input is, saved. And now you turn the dial. And you got a synth. And then play with the time. There you have your octave.
Wow, is it like, are those chromatic they're like chromatic notes, aren't they?
Yeah.
So every 10 milliseconds change, it goes up and down a chromatic?
No, it's every millisecond.
Every millisecond. Okay. Wow.
Every millisecond is a different note. And also there's a chart. I need to look that chart up. I think Inky posted it, where you got all the times of the granular delay and the panning delay, because the granular and panning delay can both create notes. I'm going to talk about the granular delay in a second. So right now, we got this. There you have your bass line, your wicked bass, and you record it. There you have your bass line. The bass line is recorded. So what do we do now? If you want to go for the bass that I want, I need to add first a slicer to that effect. So we're going to play this. And what you want is this. And the way you get it is you go on your slicer settings and set your pattern to P20 or P1. P20 is way more fitting for psytrance than P1, because you got these like more silent slices there. Just listen to P20 in comparison to P1. This is P20. And this is P1. P1 is a constant level, and on P20 you got a little tremolo going on there.
Oh yeah, it's almost like it's adding velocity to the notes, so that some notes are quieter than others.
Yeah. So that's what you get with P20, and then you're going to set your rate. This is the rate of the slicer on how fast it's going to slice your waveform or stuff like that. And this is set to the note with the little E. I don't know
what does that mean?
Yeah, I don't know what's the term is. I think it's a triplet. It's like normal.
Oh, I see. E is triplet, is it?
Yeah. E is triple, and the normal is like 4. If you put it on normal, it's like it's there you have there the tempo is a value you have to think about, because on a tempo of 140 it sounds like this. Let's just put a bass drum on that. When we do it slower, it also gets slower. Or faster. So now we got the slicer, we got our bass line. Now we're going to add another delay. So you basically create a chord, I think. So you add another note, and that is produced by the granular. And the granular delay itself sounds like this. So you have notes there. You can also control it via the time. So you can go like. Depends on what sound you throw at it. It also changes. Like this is a snare, hi-hat, bass drum. Bass drums sound wicked when you go to like times of 70 to 720, 72. Jeez. Or like 61. Can also produce some wicked sound to that. So, but this delay is not set with the feedback to 100. We're going to set our feedback to like 78 or something like that. And then you
sorry, 1 second. The feedback on what?
The feedback on the granular delay.
On the granular delay. Okay, yeah. Okay. And that's an input effect.
No, that's the track effect.
It's a track.
So you have the slicer, and the granular you got at the track effects. Okay. I'm sorry.
No. It just for clarification for anyone that doesn't know about this, is that on the left, the A that is highlighted at the moment, that is the input effects. So all the effects that are coming on top of the sound coming into your mic, that is happening on the left side. Whereas on the right side, it says the same letters, A, B, C, but they're output effects. So they're all the music that's going from in the loop station. Those effects are affecting the tracks that you select, basically, isn't it? Because it doesn't affect all of the tracks unless you just tell it to. And you can select which tracks those output effects affect.
Exactly. You got and you see what tracks are affected by it via the edit buttons that blink.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, sorry, I just wanted to clarify that for anyone that didn't know about that.
Yeah, that okay, where was I? So we're on the track effects. We're on B, we got our slicer, and on C, we got our granular delay. And if you put our granular delay right now to the value time 65, let's see what it does to the bass line we have recorded here. Let's put on C. You got a second note coming on there, but you need to watch out because not every value of time fits every note. It's the same when you're playing piano. Some notes just don't fit with each other, like me and my ex-girlfriend.
Aww.
And yeah, that is basically the trick. And if you now combine these two, like the bass, the granular, and now the slicer, there you got your bass line. There you got your psytrance bass line.
Oh, nice. Okay, so the slicer is kind of slicing, because when I see the track effects, the output effects, I always think the routing is going to be like A effect, and then the B effect is going to go on the A, and then the C effect is going to go on the B. But that's not really true, is it? This because the slicer is slicing C, because the slicer's on B, right?
No. It's correctly you explained it. Every effect builds on each other. That's the reason you cannot combine some effects with each other, like guitar to bass and granular. They just don't fit, because they build up on each other. You need to look out how you place them, because it affects the track. Right now, what you're hearing is not the granular delay being sliced. It's just the granular that is on top of the slicer. You got like this is the normal state.
Okay,
it's already sliced, and then you put the granular on there. Yeah.
So got you. Okay, cool. All right, so basically it does go A, and then the B affects A, and then the C affects B.
Yep, exactly.
Okay, sweet. Oh, that's amazing explanation. Is that all you want to say about that particular effect?
No.
Okay.
Now it's just getting interesting, because now we're at the bass level.
Sweet.
Now we're on the bass level of that psytrance bass line. Let me just put a bass drum on there. So we got a bass drum on there. We created our psytrance bass line. Hell yeah. I can already hear Highlight Tribe and Vinny Vici through the air. We got this now, but we didn't select an effect for A. And now it gets tasty, because now you can add a filter to your bass line. And what the filter does in a certain setting, it's just a filter. I'm putting the depth down. You know, the typical filter like this. Typical normal filter, but let me put the depth up.
Oh wow, yeah, it's adding like a kind of resonance. What do you call it? That little
a step rate.
Yeah,
a step rate with a high resonance on the filter.
Yeah.
The way you set your filter up to do this thing, this minimalistic drop, let me just call it like that. You set your filter up this way. You put your depth, the depth of your filter to 90, at least 90. Your resonance to 65. I wouldn't go above 65, because when you push the resonance too much, it sounds like this. The resonance is just way too high, and the bass line can't get through as clean anymore. So set it to 65, maybe 70, but I wouldn't go higher. And then you got your cutoff that you can adjust with this wheel here, and you have your step rate. And the step rate is basically the same as the rate, but a second one. You got your rate of the normal filter. You can select it and make it wobble bass. Everybody loves the wobble bass. Let me just do some epic wobble bassing for you guys. We got our standard no step rate filter, just normal with a rate in it. Normal filter, faster filter. Sounds pretty sick. I must say, I just discovered that, and it sounds pretty sick, and I'm gonna save it.
Yeah, that's really cool.
So, you got your rate. That's the normal rate, and if you put another rate on that, and also
wait, how do you put another rate on it?
The last parameter of the filter is step rate, and the step rate basically is another rate that, yeah, just I think it acts a little like a slicer. It sounds a bit like it. I cannot explain it right.
Or like an LFO.
Yeah. So, or an isolator or something like that. I can only explain it in like loop station terms. I don't know musical terms. So, yeah. There you have your step rate, and if you go,
that's really cool.
There you have your step rate, and when you're doing that, you know, the slicer, we set it to the triple note, right? What you do with the filter is just set it on the same triple note with the normal rate, and the step rate comes to one triple note higher. And then you got this. And that's
so. Sorry, go on.
Yeah. Ask.
So I was just saying. What was I saying? Oh yeah. So you build through your tracks and your drops. You're basically going through this sound kind of step by step, or do you record it like with the level down and then kind of come in later with it or something?
Well, that is pretty easy. Before you start your performance, you just set your effects how you want it when the drop comes, and then just remove the you can choose which track is affected by the effects. Just select none, record your tracks, and when you drop, you put your effects on, select the track, bam. There you have it.
Oh wait, is that a quick way to turn on and off effects?
Yeah, just push one effect and then deselect the track you're having. Like, you know, this is glowing, this is the bass line.
Oh my god, I didn't know that.
What is just... okay, I know what's happening. There we have it. Okay.
Oh, that's such a good tip. Oh my god, because I was always like, oh, do you have to go through through the menus to kind of turn on and off effects if you want...
No. Effects
are
big,
god.
But you can also just deselect all three here.
But I mean to select which tracks the effect applies to.
Yeah. But you cannot like choose A to go to this one, B to go to this one. You just can set which effect is affected by all of them. Which track is affected by all of them.
I see. Yeah. So you wouldn't like do that to say the kick drum or something like that, and then you would affect the.
There are ways of using a kick drum with these effects, but right now it's just the bassline effect. You can do way more with the panning delay. I'm going to show you in the next tip I got for you something I didn't show you using the vinyl flick effect and panning delay or granular delay.
We've got Antrix Plays in the chat saying that he wants to hear some vinyl flick, so that's topical.
Yeah, Antrix is a buddy of mine. I battled him at the North German Champs this year. So, hi Antrix, schön, dass du mit dabei bist. Und ja, ich habe deine Referenz verstanden. Ich weiß, was ich in meinem Insta-Status gesagt habe, du kleiner Sack.
Sehr gut.
Sehr
genau.
Gut. Ja.
Genau.
Yeah, just say genau.
I just always say genau whenever any German says something.
Genau.
It's a good one to make you think that you actually can understand it. So just before we, I didn't want to. Are you finished with that one? Because I got like a just more fundamental question before you go on to the next bit. But finish.
Yeah, no,
what
I got more on that one because
great.
This is just one combination of this effect. Because you have this B and C already set up to do this effect, you can not use a filter but a phaser or a flanger. Oh no, flanger is not an option, okay. But this is synth. And the synth effect to sound like that, because the normal synth effect, you guys know the normal synth effect on a loop stage, how it sounds, right?
Well, I think I don't think everyone knows. No, that's. I think there's probably people that have. Yeah,
it's
there
like
we go.
this effect. Sounds crappy. It sounds ugh. But this effect and track effect is just one of the most used effects right now in the beatboxing community, and one of the effects I use the most, because when you set it up correctly, it does this. Now you're not hearing. Now you're not hearing it. I'm gonna do a guitar to bass line so you can hear it better. There you have it. There you have your guitar to bass line. Normal guitar to bass. Oh shit! Let me.
That sounded a little bit more than the guitar to bass. Oh, there we go.
There you have your guitar to bass effect, and if you put the synth on that one, now it gets wicked.
Whoa.
Yep.
Yeah. That sounds so much more beefy than the original synth.
Yep. And it's just created by using the parameters of the effect. You put your frequency, just don't touch the frequency, I don't know how that works, but you put your resonance on 0 and the decay of the synth to 100. And if you then put it down, put it up, it creates this gnarly ass synth, that distortion sound. Pretty fucking sick.
That's lovely. That's a beautiful piece of fatness.
But you can also achieve the same by using the lo-fi effect. Lo-fi in normal mode sounds like this. Oh no, not like this. I'm sorry. Normal lo-fi. Nice 8-bit. It's cool. But now let's set the bit depth to 1. And we can create the same effect as the synth, but way more bass heavy.
Oh yeah, it sounds like a square wave. Yeah, that sounds like a square wave bass.
Yep.
Wow.
So yeah, and
that's
it's
super cool.
And it's just using effect. It's a pretty easy way. I discovered the lo-fi bit 1 trick by myself. I think I was one of the first ones to use the lo-fi effect that way. So that thing is basically my little baby. So
wow, that's cool. Yeah, I mean, there's I guess there's not so many things that, you know, people can invent on it. There's only so many combinations of effects, and so it's cool to have your, you know, is there like a website of like patents or something like with the RC505 like.
Hey, can I patent this effect combination on the RC505 loop station? I think I'm gonna get rich with that.
Yeah, you turn up to someone's gig and you're like, hey, I see that you're using the effects. You know that's a trademark effect.
No. You use your lo-fi. Oh.
Give me some cash.
Yeah.
Thank God beatboxers aren't all like hyper capitalists. So I should just get back to some of these questions just quickly. Corando 3000 is saying, but it doesn't always work to use the edit button to activate the track effects. How do you do it to make it work again?
No. Yeah. You don't activate the track effects with this button. You have to activate the effects with this. And the thing is, normally when you press the edit button, normally everything is glowing. And when you press it right there, you edit the track. But what you need to do is press just one effect till it starts blinking, and when you then press edit, you select in the track. So you gotta always, before you want to select a track on which effect is running on, you gotta make sure that these lights are blinking and not glowing constantly. And the way you achieve it is just pressing one effect short for a short amount of time. Just bloop. My buttons are broken, so I can't press this shortly.
Got you. Okay, yeah, that makes sense to me. Does that make sense to you, Karando 3000? Otherwise, you know, you can rewatch it, I guess. And I mean, I'm gonna try that for sure because there's definitely a tip that I have not used so far. Sorry, there's another question here. Just Jeff question: when I want to record the output effects over a channel, sometimes it doesn't record over it. Sometimes it does. How to do it?
Yeah, I know what you mean. The loop station is contemplated this way. Some effects of the loop station can be overdubbed. I think you all are familiar of the overdubbing feature, like recording one loop, then adding another layer and another layer and another layer. With some effects, you can achieve that the effects are recorded, but these are only the last 4 effects. You can only only record the last 4 effects, like the vinyl flick, the beat scatter, the beat shift, and the beat repeat. You can only record those. Every other effect on the track effects is not possible of recording. And there won't be an update, I think, anymore to get that. And I fucking hate it. And the only way to record track effects is just to use another loop station and, yeah, go like that. I'm sorry to say that, and it's a fucked up thing by Boss, and I don't understand it. My guess is that just the RC505 has not enough horsepower in this fucking little piece of plastic to, process the effects being overdubbed, and it creates new sounds that the device isn't even capable of doing. That's the reason you get, like, on some occasions, I only got it once with a use of panning delay, granular delay, roll effects, and vinyl flicks, stuff like that. I got my loop station to say too busy.
Oh, yeah, I've had that before.
Yeah, and then I think that's when your RAM, the loop station, the internal storage of the loop station just runs out. And it just doesn't have processing power anymore because it's weak. Yeah. I think that is the reason. Because the loop station itself, the RC505, was produced like in 2013, I think. And back then, this thing was not contemplated as a main effect device. It was contemplated for people like Doublefix and you. Yeah, and I mean, Ben also did like the tutorial week on that and stuff like that. So it was, I think, a big, I mean, you and Doublefix were a big influence in this loop station thing and how it was contemplated. But right now, the beatboxing community has just, discovered so much more about the loop station that I think even the makers of this fucking thing didn't even know about. This device just runs out of power. And I'm waiting for the next one because the next one is produced with and by sound engineers from Swiss Beatbox and the Beatbox Battles.
Wow. Yeah. I mean, it's to be honest, it's actually packing quite a lot of CPU power into something that it was made that long ago. I mean, I think that's with the V2 firmware. They kind of thought, oh well, maybe we can squeeze a bit more out of this. But yeah, I mean, there's only so much. It kind of stacks up pretty quickly, doesn't it? Like all the processing that needs to do when you've got this crazy sound, but then you add another crazy sound affecting that, it kind of multiplies the complexity of what it's trying to do. So another sort of fundamental question from Ember. Do you want to ask it, or do you want me to ask it?
I can ask it. So I remember that in Mao Park, I think you showed me how to put the 3 effect the settings so that you can put 3 effects on at the same time. But I can't remember what you said.
I'm gonna tell you. Tell you. So for those of you who got the version 2.0 installed, but the multi-effect thing doesn't work, just go to your memory, push the memory button. 1, 2, 3, 4. No. 1. And yeah, go with the right arrow to master input effects mode multi or single. And then just dial it so it says multi. So
on which bit? Sorry, so go from the beginning. So you've pressed memory how many times?
Yeah, you press just memory once, then you press the right arrow 1, 2, 3, 4 times, and there you have it.
Master input.
There you have the input effects and the track effects.
Great, so it's multi.
Yep. Set it to multi and there.
And that's like a global setting. You don't have to save that per patch. Or is that do you have to save it as the patch?
You have to save it on the patch because it resets. It's not a system overlapping thing. It's just on the memory you currently on.
Okay. Yeah, it's not a global thing. Okay, cool.
So,
cool.
And also for those of you who got a new loop station and just don't want to set every single memory up the same way, just set one up and write it to the other memories till like 50s. That's how I do it because I don't fucking want to set up any memory ever again. I want to just put on a memory and start looping. I hate it if I gotta adjust it, especially just setting the loops on free.
Yeah.
First thing, like every single loop on free, every effect set off. I don't understand why it's. I understand why it's memory. Why it's just on the memory because it would fuck things up if it's on the whole system. Because you can play around with the multi effects because some loopers don't use the multi effects even if they got it because you can. When using single effects, let me show you that. When you use single effects on track effects, for example, you can choose like free transpose effects on different parameters to create like different notes, like a melody or something. I'm gonna show you the way I do it. Let me just see that this is like that, this is like that, and there you have the last one. I think the last one is on 5. Yep. Okay, so right now I'm gonna produce a harmony, let me produce a hip-hop track. And when you now go with the transpose effect, with single effects, you can do like.
Okay, so you can only do that on single. You can't really, there wouldn't be no way of doing that on multi.
Do it on multi because when you're on multi, you can't select the same effects multiple times because of the processing power of the loop station.
Yeah. And do you find yourself ever using the single mode, or do you really just only use multi?
Fuck single mode.
Yeah.
Fuck it. I don't use it at all. I don't. For some tracks, I mean, in a loop station community, for some tracks. It works amazing. It works amazing. If the concept of the track, because when you're working on a track with the RC505 and you know all these effects, you can adjust basically you can set up your loop station for your performance, like setting certain measures to the track so you don't have to push the button 2 times, or putting the effects in a certain order, stuff like that. So you can plan your track with the effects. Do I need multi effects? Do I need single effects? You gotta think about the finished product and how you want to get there. I want this sound. Okay, maybe I need single effects for that. It's just a special occasion, but I don't use it. It's not for freestyling. It's just for some special tracks, I would say.
Yeah. That's good advice, I think. Corando 3000 says you could also save different setups and load them again on memories. But yeah, that is easier. Have to save things as memory necessarily. Not.
You can also save different settings in the load. Yeah. That is one thing I discovered just recently. When you press the right button, you can use the arrows to say what you want to copy to the next track. You can copy track 1 to memory 6, track 1. That is fucking amazing.
So do you actually transition between patches at all in your performances?
That's one thing I'm planning on doing, because that is going to get the performance on a whole new level, and that you can achieve with the right button and the different parameters you got on the right button. I didn't know about like 5 weeks ago.
Because I guess if it works obviously in a kind of battle situation to kind of do something kind of short, sharp, and impressive, and then end basically. But then if you're playing in a club and people are like dancing, it's probably better to keep the beat going and have more of a sort of almost like a DJ set vibe.
Definitely. Leaps. That is a big fucking difference between loop station and beatboxing communities and just general public. A general audience will not react the same way as the beatboxing community. You show a song you produce for the beatboxing community to a general crowd, and I think most of the time they are just like, what the fuck am I listening to? Because most of the time it doesn't sound like voice anymore. Yeah,
exactly. That happens at the better. It's almost like the better sound you make, the more people are like, DJ. I don't get what's going on. It's just sort of triggering stuff.
He's pressing samples. Why is a DJ on the fucking street? What is that? I mean, it's cool, but yeah, that happens a lot, and that's the reason I don't. Some loopers just produce their track with using the effects, just using not the voice, just beatboxing sounds and stuff like that. It sounds cool, but it sounds just like electro music.
Yeah. It's all kind of rhythmical.
Yeah, it's you cannot see the difference anymore. I got some friends like Greg Rocks or Sin, for example. Sin, my buddy with whom I'm performing in a loop station tag team, he just uses granular delays to produce harmonies and stuff like that, and his music just doesn't sound like the voice anymore. It sounds like electro music mixed with a fucking guitar, and it's fucking amazing. I love that dude, and you guys gotta check him out. I'm gonna send you a link right now into the chat, because that guy is a fucking genius on the loop station.
Well, sorry, what's his name?
Sin. S-X-E-N.
Nice. Cool. So someone, let's see, Benny P. Hello, Benny P. Good to see you. Curious to know, did any of you guys, loopers, beatboxers, watch Kid Beyond? Haha. Well, I don't. Do you even remember Kid Beyond?
I don't know what it is.
Wow, that's so funny. Kid Beyond is actually the first ever beatbox looper.
What?
Yep. And he did some really, like, his music sounded quite strange. It sounded like almost like kind of American sort of surf rock or something, and had this real kind of like kind of like voice and stuff. He did a cover of Portised's Wandering Star that was I guess what got him noticed, but he actually was an early Ableton user. He didn't use loop stations. Not really many people were doing anything with loop stations at all. But Kid Beyond was doing an Ableton set using a MIDI foot controller, and his stuff did sound great. I never know what happened to him, but he was probably the first person that I saw, and I know I spoke to DubFX, and he also said that Kid Beyond, and there was someone else. Oh God, I've forgotten the other person. But Kid Beyond, in terms of technicality and Yeah, I was
mean,
totally
Beardy
inspired.
Man was one of those first guys with looping I discovered.
No, Beardy Man was not. I mean, he was there early. I mean, he was definitely after, Dub Effects and well, myself. In fact, I am on the Wikipedia article of Beardy Man saying that Beardy Man said that he was inspired by guys like MC Xander to start using the Chaos Pad, which was like, man, that's so nice that you would actually credit me in these interviews.
Holy
but yeah,
shit!
Yeah, no, seriously, Beardy Man, like, I mean, he is early, but he's not as early as quite a lot. I would say Killer Keller. Killer Keller was before me using a loop station and before Dub Effects. And Dub Effects and I didn't even know of each other until 2008. So yeah, it was really Kid Beyond who was the first person. So yeah, good historical note there, Benny P.
Oh geez.
Yeah. So right. What about the granular thing? Oh, have you done the granular thing already?
Yeah. No. I didn't show you the granular thing I was talking about seconds ago. Let me just switch my effects for a little. It's a funny thing. So I'm gonna set a granular delay here on C. Here we got our granular delay with a time of 65 and a feedback of, let's check 80. Little bit too much. Let's set it to 75. 70. 70 is good. So now we're going to do our rhythm. Like, let's just make a techno house rhythm. No, that wasn't. Here we are, have our house.
Can I just say this is really cool use of like very short samples.
Huh?
Just that when you make these beats and they sound really tight, like is it on a kind of like 1 or 2 beat loop or something?
This one is a 1 loop.
Yeah. So you get the consistency of the kick, which is something that is a really good tip for people that are doing looping and they're like, why do my beats not sound so heavy? It's like if you do it on the one measure and those hi-hats, they're on 2 or something.
No, the hi-hats are just like a quick press. 2 quick presses, so we got this.
Yeah, that's so cool. Yeah, that's really, really cool. But
Trap hi-hat.
The one you recorded on track 2 though, it's got quite a lot of velocity in it. It sounds like it's not. Oh no, it's just the same. Oh well.
It's the same. It's just what I do to produce this hi-hat. You notice, like, I just use the last sound of the hi-hat. This sound is looped.
Yeah, it's just like a little transient becomes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think it's way more cleaner that way.
Yeah. Sorry to interrupt. I just thought I'd let people know what you were doing there.
Sure. But what you just said with how powerful my drums are, I wouldn't say it's because I use these short measures. Definitely not. It's because I use the equalizer of the loop station at all the time.
Oh, do you? Yeah, I was going to ask a question about this.
I got the equalizer on every time I loop. It's on A and it's constantly on. And what it is, the raw sound of my microphone sounds like this. Yo, this is my normal microphone sound and I'm gonna beatbox. Sounds messy.
Yeah,
now
it just sounds really boxy.
Yeah, and now let me add the equalizer. There you have it. Equalizer set up like the lows. I push the lows to like plus 10 dB. I take out the low mids to minus 10 or -20. -20 is even more cleaner. And the high mids on 0 and my highs are on 6. This equalizer preset is just constantly on. I know taking the low mids out reduces the bandwidth of like your voice and stuff like that, but I just think it sounds so much more clean, even if you talk. I mean, the Shure SM58 I am using normally doesn't sound that good, but using this equalizer, it sounds amazing.
Yeah.
And also with the SM7 I got, it's with every microphone it's the same, but you got to be careful with the high frequencies. Just don't push them too much because they hurt.
Yeah, I was going to say, surely it does matter which microphone you're using.
Yeah,
I mean,
definitely.
generally scooping out the lower mids is always a good idea for beatbox. I mean, in vocals in general, you almost always take out quite a lot of lower mid stuff. It just makes it sound just more clear. The highs are crisper, the lows are deeper, and nice one. So do you also have compression or anything, or it's just EQ that you use?
You mean the global compression?
I mean, I guess whichever compression you tend to use.
I mean, there is a
you don't
compression
have it,
effect.
Yeah, and you don't use that as an.
I do for some occasions because the dynamics effect also is a good equalizer when turned correctly. Because right now, this is the dynamics effect I use most of the time, and this is my equalizer. Notice any difference? Yo, yo, yo. It's also pretty clean, but I like the equalizer more. The dynamics effect also can't be used with some effects. I don't know why, and it's pretty annoying. So equalizer, it's most of the time. But I also talk to some beatboxers on doing like A for dynamics and B another equalizer. And I can see how you use that for like creating because in beatboxing you're constantly playing around with your drums, you're experimenting. How can I make my bass drum sound more like a techno bass drum and stuff like that? These are just like the things you come to when you just wanna utilize multiple effects just on a certain sound. Like a kick drum, for example. You can produce a pretty fucking sick kick drum with using the equalizer on B the same way. Oh man, two equalizers. Ooh, this is some ASMR shit right now. Good stuff.
You sound like you're doing idents for a radio show or something.
Hello and welcome to the new radio show with MCX and Friidon. We're gonna provide you an excellent, entertaining program combining balls with loop station. Please enjoy.
I'm glad that you got the balls reference in.
All right.
That's now a private in joke, unfortunately, for the rest of the chat.
Yeah, for the rest of the chat, this is a private in joke. But balls are always funny, so. So, okay. We got the dynamics right now on A. We got the equalizer on B. And right now, it just sounds like, ooh, this is just produced sound. The bass sounds thick. It sounds amazing. It's compressed. Everything is cool. And now I'm going to add a filter. A high pitch filter? High pad filter? I don't know. High pass filter, I'm sorry. High pass filter with a rate on 0, the depth on, I think 11, resonance to 44, and cutoff to 11. And right now, it makes from my typical bass, that is my normal bass drum, and here you go with the filter. Way more clean than with just like, this is just the equalizer. And this is with free effects. way more thick, way more clean. But it uses free effects to achieve this. And when you're on a live gig, it doesn't matter. I know.
So you don't tend to use as many effects just to create the drums. You tend to just use EQ.
Yeah, it's a thing that comes with producing electronic music with the RC505, and it's pretty handy on there. When you want to sound exactly like a tropical house beat or something like that, you can achieve it with the loop station, definitely. When using free effects for just your drum and layering the drums, of course, you can achieve that. You can make your drums sound electronic, like samples. But it takes a lot of time to set up, and I don't want to use that much time on just the drums. I focus more on the harmony, because with a good equalizer, good beatboxing skills, and a powerful style of beatboxing, you don't need perfect drums. It's like when you're on a concert, you just don't listen to the guy performing, and it's like, oh man, that kick drum. Jesus fucking Christ, look at that drummer. I love that kick drum. From where is it at? He got an equalizer on that. Oh shit. No, you don't care about that.
Well, to be honest, I do sometimes.
Yeah, we musicians do that. Of course.
It's true.
But I was talking about a general crowd.
Yeah.
No, they don't
and
care.
that's who you're playing for ultimately.
Yeah, definitely. In the beatboxing community, not as much, because they are pretty
Technical minded.
Technical minded, definitely.
So do you find yourself changing input effects much when you're doing a song? Like, as in, you've got your 3 set in from the memory, and you're like, okay, I know they're my go-to effects. Do you find yourself having to scroll through and change those in a
Definitely.
Yes.
Definitely.
Okay.
When performing my tracks, when you want to produce different drops, you gotta change the effects around. And the way that I do that, for example, let me check. Here on the best, I got this drop. And when I want to go to another drop, I gotta change my effects around. I gotta change from the filter to the slicer to produce this effect.
Nice. So you're changing the rhythm of the slicer, is that right?
Yeah.
Or yeah.
Of course. But I didn't change the original slicer, because the original slicer is still here on A. I just use another slicer on that.
Slices upon slices to change the dynamic of the drops.
Yeah. Because some effects you can stack, some not, but some you can stack.
Wow.
Like slicers or filters.
So I don't know if the chat feels like this, but I almost want to see you just do that song from scratch, just with us being able to see up close to all your button pushers.
Well, of course, I can do that.
That would be so cool, if you fancy it. Because it's like, it's nice to kind of look at things in isolation, but then it's also nice to see how they all stack up.
Of course, I can do that. I need more space, though.
I mean, what? Because you're kind of holding the camera, are you?
No, I'm not holding it. I got a tripod.
Oh yeah,
the tripod stands in my way. So yeah, I'm trying. I'm trying. So
Alex Oodle says slices upon slices. I think the domino is taking over. He's good with his one-liners, Alex. He comes in with some classic shit.
Okay, so where was I? Okay, now have fun seeing my performance. I'm so sad that you can't. Wait, I can maybe adjust it. System LCD contrast. Can I? No. Why?
It's just the camera thing, isn't it? I mean, if you we almost see it there. I mean, looking at the button pushes, I think is probably sufficient at this stage.
Wait, I want to try that. Sorry, I'm a perfectionist when it comes to these things. I want you to look at it.
I like this effect you've got on the camera of like jumping up and down.
Yeah, it's when I play around with the settings. I'm sorry.
Yeah, Celine Gokini, I don't know how to pronounce you still, says maybe turn the light in your room off. Oh, look, there we go. We can see it. Yeah, that's good.
There you go. All right. Awesome. Okay, so this is the input effects, and these are the track effects. Let's see if we can push it a little bit more. No, it's fuck it.
To be honest, I think. Well, yeah. You do you. Oh, there we go. Oh, brilliant! Oh my god, you get a hand clap for that.
There we have it.
Oh, the light is on the job. There we go. So it wasn't turning the light off; it was actually getting more light on it.
Yeah, but I needed to turn down the brightness of my camera and turn the light up.
That.
So now you can't see shit. Yeah, great.
Oh look, that's really good. I think. Yeah.
That is good. That is, I think, the best it's gonna get. And right now, I need to just zoom out a little. There you go. Ah, perfect. So you can see everything. You can see what I'm doing. The tripod is a little bit in my way.
I was gonna say, is there room for you though?
Yeah. There you go. That's
sweet.
That shit I can work with. Okay.
I might just move this out of the way.
Let's go for it. Just delete it. I need to listen to the note because on that track, because this track works also with the granular, and the granular creates a note. So I gotta have a perfect pitch on this one. This one has to be perfect to get the best, to get the right granular note to play. Because right now, with granular, it sounds like this. But when I fuck the pitch up, it sounds like this. And it sounds, ugh.
It's that semitone, yeah, semitone over a normal tone.
Yeah.
That's called the Les Dawson effect. We had this UK comedian piano player who used to play popular melodies, but one semitone up from the chords he was playing, and it sounds so incredibly painful that it's funny. Shout out to Les Dawson.
That's basically the same with this one. So. Okay, I'm gonna perform it, and yeah, just take a look. All right, sounds good. Next one. That was a filter. No, a reverb I added on the snare. I just pushed the reverb when I did the snare, just to give the snare more power. Now I'm going to do a lip roll.
Using.
All right, and now I'm a bit best, I'm a bit best than ever was. I'm a bit best, I'm a bit best than ever was. I'm a bit. And right now, I don't have to use the microphone anymore. I'm a bit best, I'm a bit best than ever was. I'm a bit best than ever was. Whoa, whoa, yeah, yeah.
The other slicer, right? Yeah, that's so cool. So cool. And yeah, I mean, Antrix is saying that he's not a fan of one-shot kicks. I mean, I love one-shot kicks. It's got this kind of like trap kind of vibe to it, where the kind of the kick and the bass are synchronized, but like there's something really powerful about both. Well, I mean, it's just your lip roll, right, which has a kind of transient of the kick. Yeah, but it's also got that kind of bass. Yeah, and it's great to change up the rhythm. Yeah, that's so cool.
And also, I got a remix. I can remix that track on the fly. Let me show you that. And yeah, you'll see how I'm doing it. Let me check. I'm gonna use the beat scatter effect on P3 on my snare right now to create a new rhythm. I did record it, and now I'm switching to the same slicer effect I got, and right now I got a new fucking drop.
And wait, that pitch change is changing the delay rate?
No. I was playing around with the delay constantly. The granular delay, I'm changing up. And the thing is, when I changed, this is the original snare. But with the beat scatter effect, I recorded it on P3 with this note
on P3. I don't think you can see it. Let me adjust it. Whoops. There. Here we got.
That's quite a pleasing sound.
Yeah, right. So here we got P3. Here we got the note, and it makes this to this. And also, you can use the beat scatter effect like. You can remix with that shit. These effects are for remixing. Beat scatter, beat shift, vinyl flick, which I'm going to explain soon. These effects are for remixing your track. I think that is the way Boss purposed them.
Wow. That's really... so, yeah, the question I was asking, just you were changing the note of the...
Yeah. The note of... I'm sorry. So I misunderstood.
No, that's cool, but it's good to get more detail on that. I think everyone's pretty like, whoa, he's doing that, and then he's doing that, and he's doing that. Oh my god!
Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm pretty fast on that.
Oh no, it's perfect. We can watch it in like half speed later.
Yeah, sure. So right here we have our granularity with. I think it sounds a little off. I don't. Now it should sound better. Here we have our granular. And here we have the snare with the granular delay and the slicer. And what I'm doing with the snare is just changing the time as the rhythm goes. So the time changes from 50 to 49.
Yeah. Cool, yeah. Yeah, sweet. That's really nice, yeah. Just changing the time on that delay. Yeah, cool. That's what I was wondering.
So, yeah. That was that, basically. That is my track, The Best Rundown. The second drop is also, I already explained it, another slicer on the slicer. And you get this. Pretty fucking easy. The slicer I use on the second note is a P16 slicer with a rate of the fast triple. And yeah, that's basically it. Play around with the granular for a little bit, because it is a pretty intense effect. You can do a lot with it. Let me just show you one way you can create harmonies with it, but it takes time. So you gotta select your granular on your input effects and have a note. Oh, sorry. Also, if you want to go to the high notes, just get your feedback up. Get your feedback up to like 95, and you can also... Now let's create a harmony with that. It's hard. It's hard.
And when you now add a reverb to that and a filter on B, you have a piano. A piano-esque sound.
Yeah.
One shot. So yeah, that is just basically the way you can use granular for harmonies. You can just create notes and playing them, but it takes a lot of time. But what I just did is basically how Sin does his music. All of his music, all of his harmonies are based on just this.
Yeah, okay, so he doesn't sing anything into it. He's just using the granular delay to create notes.
Yeah, but he wants to learn to sing. That's what he said to me, because having a good voice, a trained voice as a looper is a fucking killer feature.
Yeah.
In the beatboxing community and in general.
Yeah, it's nice. It's nice to go and do different things, I guess. I need to check out Sin. I haven't checked him out. That's really cool. So cool. Sorry, I've been asking you loads of questions. Let's see who else wants to ask. I think there was one other question that I missed ages ago. But it's kind of.
I want to just say something for Antrix. Antrix just said, I would never use a one-shot kick in my routines. Please, Antrix, you're on the loop station for 3 months now. Isn't it a little bit naive to just say, no, I'm never going to use this effect. No, it sucks. No. We want to create music in the end. Why should we give ourselves borders?
Yeah, I agree. You know, like one time that might be a really great thing to do. Another time it may not be. You know, things change as you deepen and go on with things. But yeah, beatboxers throwing shade at each other. It's quite funny. Yeah. So yeah. Oh, sorry. I was just looking through these questions. Oh, I've kind of lost the YouTube thing. I don't know where the YouTube chat has gone. Well, if anyone has any questions that they haven't got answered yet, then please just send it again.
Please repeat the question. I'm looking through the... Can you put some bright stickers on the dark buttons?
That sounds like an Alex Udo comment.
I think I haven't got any bright stickers with me right now, but next time I'm bringing one. Just one. Just one. But Xander, you did it awesome. So you can see more on your loop station. You just basically cut open your buttons.
Oh yeah. So I don't know if anyone can see this, but I've taken a scalpel to my loop station, cut holes in these, because there is something, and if you're playing in daylight, you can't actually see the color of the LEDs. So it just means that you don't really know what you're doing unless you're, super practiced. So I guess I should just practice more, really. But I cut a hole in my loop station instead. Hooray!
My loop station is on the way of dying because that is just one thing that annoys me on these things. These things break. They are produced fucking poorly. It's just plastic. It's nice that it's so light, but Jesus, come on, the faders. All of my faders are broken. And look at my buttons. This is the last button that reacts normally. Look at this.
Oh god. Yeah, and the thing is you end up hitting them a lot more because they're not working, and then they break even more. And oh my god, the foot pedal loop stations though, they were things that got trashed very quickly.
Oh, really? I always thought, because these things are built way better and heavier, that they can hold out much longer.
I know, but you get super into it and you end up literally just stamping on it, and it's just
just fucking, I kick it.
Yeah, but that's just, I think, the charm of using pedal loop stations.
So okay, cool. So I think there is a lot of charm. I actually still have a couple, to be honest. I have it when I'm using my guitar, and I quite like the simplicity of that when you just chords and nothing fancy. But yeah, so what was because we normally finish at about 10. So I guess we should probably get into the
vinyl flick.
Yeah.
Yeah, the vinyl flick. I'm sorry. Okay. The vinyl flick effect is currently the most used effect in the beatboxing community because you can create sick stuff with it. Let me show you just one example of it for you doing hip hop beats. And now we got our vinyl flick. Yeah, it's a nice sound, but I don't use it as often. This is the only occasion I use it. Okay. Yo. No like you better move. Be Alexa come a better the record smooth. Say super bad man is how them y'all them hard we wicked in a debate we make him bubble like a Pepsi. Sexy body y'all. Them happy wine up them boat. You know you get it, I think. And you can also
that was fucking sick, man.
Thank you. And that's one way you can use it, but there's another way with using it with this sound. Shit. Oh, it's too slow. Okay. I'm sorry. Oh, let me give you some tempo. This effect with a granular delay sounds like this. And when you now put a slicer on that, let me try if it works. I hope it works.
Whoa. What was that, honestly? I kind of slightly just sort of like glazed over for a second, and then that sound came out. I was like, oh shit, I should have been paying more attention.
Great. I want to know how to do that.
No. It's
I'm going to be
fine.
rewatching that bit over and over again, I think.
I'm gonna explain it in depth for a short second right now.
Oh, sweet.
Where you got these? So let me I'm not finding it. Fuck. So yeah. Just enjoy your basil right now. That's what I wanted to say. Okay.
I don't think these guys need any encouragement, to be fair.
No, we don't.
Whenever you laugh, Em just like laughs with you. It's like someone else said, you've got a really infectious laugh.
Is it
because I sound like the hyenas from Lion King?
Is it because he sounds like the hyena? You're making me say the word wrong now. Hyenas.
Oh yeah, what in yeah.
Lion
yeah.
King.
Lion King.
Yeah.
Lion King.
She doesn't only like Disney things.
Well, yeah. The thing is, I can kind of hear you through Xander's earphones, and then so like the high frequency of your laughter, just like.
So you're not listening to me the whole time.
So the thing that we realised to our dismay.
I can hear you, but it's just not like crystal
clear. I don't know where my headphone splitter is, and my other computer goes through my other speakers. So yeah, it's been a bit of an issue, really.
But I'm really enjoying the high frequency laughter that I can hear.
I think both of us are gonna just watch this marathon, every Thursday night. I think.
Well, I think in the future, if we're going to produce more of these tutorial live streams, if you wanna, then I got plenty more stuff to talk about. This was just the tip of the iceberg.
Yeah, I get that. I see the depth.
There was that tune that you did in Mauer Park, and I think I've got it on video, but it was such a banger. Oh my goodness, you two combined is like mega.
Me, Xander and me.
Yeah.
I think I still got a video of me and Xander performing together.
Yeah.
I already told you about sending you the stuff via email, but there was a breakup and some stuff, so I lost touch. But I need to get back on that because oh man, I got so many videos from that day. I got so many videos from Mauer Park. Actually, I'm going to send you those right after the stream.
Oh, that would be so lovely.
Because I could sense that it was really sick. But the thing is, I think you were like mainly listening to your monitors, and then I could only listen to my monitors. So we were only really hearing our own part, and then we're sort of like taking our earphones out to try and hear the other person. But yeah, it would be really cool to hear it together.
Yeah, definitely. And that is, I would fucking love to just be sitting in a room with you guys, just the loop stations together and just jamming it out. That would be fucking awesome because I know how to connect many loop stations and get everyone headphones so everyone hears everything. So when you guys come over, we're gonna have a lot of fun.
That sounds great. Yeah, I mean the kind of adding loop stations to fun ratio is absolutely confirmed by science.
Hell yeah. There are studies on that. Definitely.
Oh yeah.
Somewhere.
Yeah, I'm sure they're published in like Nature and big journals.
Written on trees.
No. We love the trees.
Okay. Written on steel.
I mean, to be honest, they're probably written on parts of dismembered trees. To be fair.
Yeah, I think so too.
But let's not think about that.
Yeah, let's not think about dead trees. Let's just thank all of you guys for joining this. Thank you, Xander, especially as a thank you guys, you and Ems, for having me here and just letting me share my knowledge. This was an amazing experience, and I'm holding my leg right now because it fucking broke and it's help. Can somebody hold my...
It's been so lovely to see you play and get you to explain how you do things. It's really useful. We as soon as we met you, we were like, oh my god, we need to like harvest this man's looper brain.
Oh, this is so crazy. This is such a crazy situation because I started learning from Xander and now I teach Xander stuff. This is just an amazing circle of life.
I know. That's what I felt. Oh my god, the Disney references are coming thick and fast, man. Yeah, it's an absolute honor for me, because I think, you know, like as you get kind of like into a set and into songs and into kind of producing your own things, you just get a bit blinkered into what you're doing. And yeah, I know the beatbox community is a lot about kind of finding different sounds and kind of learning off each other. But I think it's a different sort of dynamic when you're just like a touring recording artist, because you're spending a lot of time really just having to, well, just be in your own little cave, really. And this is exactly what the point of these MCX and guest sessions are. Is you know, it's a way that we can gain inspiration from all these other amazing musicians around, and you know, the stuff that we could create together and the stuff that we could create after this day, after this week, after this year. I mean, it's so exciting.
Definitely, man. And I'm looking forward to hearing some next generation stuff from you guys.
Yeah, I am as well. Alex Udall says, "Circle of life, surely the loop of life." No.
Oh!
Hot diggity, yes he did.
Okay, yeah. See what you did there. So,
wow,
but,
cool.
One thing I wanted to confirm, the beatboxing community in general is a lot about comparing yourself to others and just pushing yourself on competing with others. But I think that is a good starting point for music, but it's not a good mentality when making music in general. You don't have to compare yourself to others. You got to be yourself and produce the music you want to do, not some crowd wants to hear, or the music that is good fitted for a battle. I think when approaching loop stations and beatboxing, you just gotta, battle is one thing, and performing and making music is another thing, but that is complicated with the beatboxing community. And I think it's a little sad that it's this way, and not many people in the beatboxing community produce real, I say like real produced music, and just they focus more around the competitive aspect and the I need to more sounds and wickeder sounds, best drops, etc. But I think the best approach on music is just letting your emotions speak through your music. That's all I wanted to say.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think it's always in a beatboxer's career quite a hard transition from going from like battles or even just, you know, producing loop station tracks, and you play it on the street or you play it in gigs or you play it in bars and people are like, whoa, that's cool. And then you go to make the record and it's like, oh, the whole context of you making it live in front of people is gone, and with that, you know, you have to sort of replace it with something else, and that something else, as you've quite rightly said there, is the quality of the music. It's the quality of the writing. It's the lyrics that kind of get to people. It's the chord sequences that you use. It's the configuration of different chord sequences, and I think that's a really good point. And I can definitely see some great evolution coming from this kind of combination of all the masterful sounds that you can make with this kind of beatbox battle culture, combined with a really like solid kind of songwriting kind of approach. So yeah, big ups to that. That sounds, I think, you know, I'd love to do some more stuff, some music with you, Friidon. It'd be amazing.
Hey, I'm so into that. It's always an honor. Every second of time I can spend with you guys, it's just a fucking dream coming true. So I'm onto that. I'm into making music with you guys so much.
Wicked, man. Well, yeah, I mean, when this lockdown finishes, I think some trips to Germany is very up on the list.
Definitely. You could also use some more videos for your channel. So
yeah, that is true, man.
And I'm a fucking videographer for a living, so
Oh my God! Let's hack the algorithm.
Let's hack it. Let's crash YouTube before it crashes us again.
Yeah, I've had enough of it crashing me. I think it's time that the tables were turned.
Yeah, definitely. Okay.
Wicked. Man, Friidon, let's everyone just explode in the chat with thanks and gratitude for Friidon being here and teaching us his amazing stuff and making an incredible performance that I just kind of wanted the performance to go on for so long. And but we've managed to fit in a lot of great stuff today. Em's just on her phone, you know, just chilling out over there. She's had a hard day at work, but she's come. And yeah, and some other time we'll get together and we'll do some sort of crazy Friidon, Ember, Xander mashup.
Yeah.
Big love to everybody in the chat. One more time, we're going to pan over to Friidon. Let's see if he's eating a pizza. No, he's just there chilling. Oh, okay. And now's the time.
Still got it.
Wow, big ups everyone. Big ups everyone in the chat. Nice to meet some new people here. The Haiku, Antrix Plays, Soline Gurkin. I still can't pronounce your name. Thank you,
Nobody
everyone.
can.
Thanks to all my patrons for supporting me. And big love to you all.
All the love.
Yeah, I'll catch you next week. Big love.
All right. What now? Oh. Oh. Why? But you can stop the stream. Okay. Well, let me just do something. So, you have reached the end of this amazing
Yeah.
Enjoy yourself. Well done. Goodbye. Thank you for being nice. Thank you for everything.
Ladies,
Every bit of attention you gave us. Bye.
fellas. In the club, yeah. We're in the club. We're still in the club. We're not supposed to be in the club because of COVID, but I'm wearing my mask. Yeah.
Who was it? Mark Rebellier. Yeah, right. Get in the pool. Get in the pool. Get in the motherfucking pool right now. Get in the fucking pool.
Get in
You
the
know that
sea.
video?
No, I don't
Get
know
in the
that.
sea.
Oh,
No.
Mark Ribbier. Yeah.
Yes. Mark Rebellier. The
All right, I
fucking
think-
best person.
I think we are going to end this now. Big love
All
to
right.
everyone out there. Demonetize, says Just Jeff. Just Jeff.
Big love.
You can't just keep on saying demonetize, Just Jeff. I'm not going to get
YouTube
demonetized.
doesn't listen to you.
Yeah, unless Jethro comes to me. Jethro might come to me and give me a copyright takedown. He's like that.
All right.
Jethro.
Oh,
So-
MZ comes in there at the end as well. Hey MZ, in the club.
Okay.
We're in the club. Yeah.
Guys, but
Yeah.
I really,
It's
sadly gotta leave right now because my friends are standing right here with a beer and this beer looks delicious.
I don't know, have you ended the live stream?
No, we're still doing it. But yeah, Friidon is about to drink some beer, and the song just ended, so that's where I'm ending.